a speedy little get ready with me. I've got to head out the door in before the hour's up because I'm meeting a friend, but I need to chuck on a face because today is market day for ACU. So I'm going to be going to the Blacktown campus and like representing the cheer team and stuff because you guys already know I'm president of the cheer team this year, and I'll be going with some of the other team members to represent the team. I want to have a beat face on. Sometimes we don't always do a beat face when we do these like things to represent the uni. But we're like, are we going glam today? Okay, we're going with full face. So we've decided we're going full face today, and yeah, I'm gonna do a full face with some Fenty Beauty products. This is going to be a glam Fenty Beauty face. On another day, I'll do a not glam, but like I'll do a more everyday kind of Fenty Beauty face. I might do that tomorrow because there's another market day tomorrow, but maybe I'm not like necessarily going to wear such a full beat. But today we're going the beat. So what I'm applying to my skin right now is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder in the shade 2, and I'm just applying this to my just plain moisturized skin. This moisturizer that I've been using in the daytime is the day cream from Lacura, which is an Aldi brand, and it's supposed to be like a dupe for a lot of like high-end skincare brands. Like it's supposed to be a dupe for like the La Mer and the La Prairie kind of face creams, and it's actually really good. So major recommendation there. It's honestly like one of those creams that I am addicted to now. There aren't a lot of, skincare products that I'm like, this is really good. I am obsessed with it and I love it. But it is one of those skincare products, and I will be repurchasing it because it is so good. It just works and it's simple and stuff. Anyway, that's my like foundation layer down. This is kind of like a light to medium coverage, I would say. It's not like a full beat. It has like a glowy kind of finish, but I will be powdering the skin just because that's what I'm going for. But yeah, I'll let you know how it lasts through the day and how I vibe with it. The shade 2 is a pretty good vibe for my skin tone. Like it's not too light, it's not too dark. It's pretty good. The brush that I used to apply that was from Real Techniques, and it's the brush number 101, the pointed foundation brush. Just a really easy brush to slap on a face with. Anyway, let's do a bit of a setting powder. This is the Nude by Nature 01 Natural Mineral Finishing Veil Translucent Loose Finishing Powder. So it comes in this rose gold metallic packaging. It just says Nude by Nature on the top. There's a little sieve in there with a little fabric dispenser, and I'm just going to pat my giant... Oh, actually, I should do a little bit of concealer before I go ahead with this. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind underneath my eyes, just for a little bit of brightness. But yeah, really easy concealer to use, so I'm just going to pop that on really quick. I'm not looking to, like, conceal all my pimples and stuff. I don't care. It's just, like, I am going for a glam look, but I'm not honestly that fussed about my pimples. It's not like I'm going to a formal event. It's fine. Okay, concealed, foundationed. Now I'm powdering. This is a great brush because it's giant. Like, are you kidding me? It's massive. Love it. I'm just going to lightly set the whole face and then majorly set the under eye because that's where I would like it to stay the most. But I want the whole face to be set because I'm going to apply some powder products today, and I don't want them to be all running around or looking patchy or like, what's it called, like skipping on the skin or anything. I just want to like powder the skin quite decently. I'm not like setting it so it's like matte, matte, matte. It's just like take the sheen off the skin, mattify it a bit so that it works better with my powder products that I'm going to apply in a sec. Okay, that was that with that. Now let's go in with some bronzer, and I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty bronzer. So today I'm going to be focusing on using a lot of Fenty Beauty face products that I'll use also on the eyes, and then I'll also use Fenty on the lips. So it's kind of going to be a Fenty focus from here on out. I know my base products weren't very Fenty, but I don't really have I don't have a Fenty foundation with me or something. But actually, on that note, I would like to discuss the Fenty foundation. I like it. I'm a big fan, and I would recommend it if you can afford it. I cannot, but I do like the Fenty foundation. The bronzer that I'm using is the Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Private Island, and I'm kind of sad to be using it, even though it's a really nice bronzer. I hate removing that little FB embossing in the pan, which is something that all of the Fenty Beauty products come with, that are like pressed powders like this. I just love a good pan embossing, and like as much as I enjoy using a product, as soon as I start using a product, kind of a menace to those embossings, because I like really use my powders and stuff, and so that embossing never lasts long for me once I start digging into the product, which is kind of a tragedy because I think it looks really cute. The shade of this bronzer for my skin tone is superb. If you're a similar skin tone to me, I would say like a MAC NC20 to MAC, if I'm really pale, like MAC NC15. No, that looks a bit too light on me. Maybe like a MAC, no, we'll just say NC20 to about NC30 if it's like the summer. That's my like range. Maybe even an NC40 if I've really been like tanning or I'm like wearing fake tan or something. This bronzer will suit your skin tone really well. I was kind of tossing up between this one, Private Island, and then there was another one about like an island or being private or something similar, or like it was like a similar name. But the Private Island shade is perfection for me. I'm really into it. It's a matte one. Like it doesn't have a lot of like sheen or like it's not glittery or glowy or anything like shimmery on the skin, but I actually really like it. It's like quite a matte one, but it's not like a dead matte where it looks like dull on the skin or anything. Like it does provide a good amount of warmth and it looks like a very glowy, healthy bronzer on the skin. Big fan, would recommend. Now I would like to use this brush. Okay, this brush is the, oh, by the way, the brush I was using for bronzer is the Blinged Brushes F1 brush, and now I'm going in with the Blinged Brushes E1 brush, and I'm going to take this on the creases of the eye, just like give a little bit of a bronzy glow to the eye. Shape the socket a bit. I'm going to like, see I'm dragging it upwards, that's kind of like lift the eye shape. I feel like it works best for my like almond eye shape vibes. Put that same through the crease on the other eye, fluff it around. This brush that I'm using, by the way, it's kind of like an angled brush, so it's really good for getting into like quite a variety of areas because it has that angle. It's quite versatile and it works well for a nose contour, which I'm going to do. This isn't like a very cool toned bronzer, so it's not like the world's best nose contour shade, but I'm gonna make it do, and I think it does a pretty good job. So I'm just tracing down the two sides of the nose there, as you can see. It's just kind of defined the nose a little bit. I'm not going for like the world's greatest sculpt because honestly I'm not very good at nose contour, so I'm not going to be able to do the world's greatest sculpt, but just giving a little bit of shape and warmth. And also it can look a little strange when the whole face is like bronzed and glowy and stuff and only the nose isn't bronzed and there's like a white nose in the middle of the face. I feel like it can look a little bit odd. Okay, how are we going for time? Yep, we've got this. Okay, next I'm going to go in with some blush. The blush I'm going to use is going to be, let's do this one. This one is Ruby Riches, again from Fenty Beauty. A really gorgeous kind of sunburnt shade on my skin tone, but will definitely work for darker skin tones. If you have a lighter skin tone than me, I recommend light hand, and then you can see it's quite a strong blush. So just use a light hand. You can work it up if you want more. If you don't want more, don't put more on the face. Just keep blending and you'll be all right. So I'm just going to pop this on the cheeks. It's a really nice, kind of a deeper undertone for a blush for me personally. Like for my skin tone, it kind of gives like a deep sunburnt hue as though I've just run a marathon, I'm out of breath, and I'm going to be sunburnt the next day. Like that's, if my skin was this color, it's because I've done some crazy things in a hot 40-degree summer's day. Like I've gone to the Australian desert or something. I'm just going to grab a little bit on the forehead. There's not a lot on my brush, so it's just to give like the slightest hint of color back to that area. And then, of course, down the center of the nose, just so that it's like sun-kissed vibes, you know? Next, I'm going to go in with the Glow. This is Trophy Wife. By the way, that blush, it has a bit of a sheen to it. It's not a matte blush. Let me show you what I mean. It's in the Kilowatt Foil formula. So, you know, it's in that same formula as all the highlighters are. In the same Kilowatt Foil formula, I'm going to be using Trophy Wife. The classic, this is like a Fenty staple in my opinion. It's just like such an iconic shade. And I'm going to be going in with this on the cheeks and on the eyes. I'm not being very precise with my application with this on the eyes. It's just more of like a wash of gold. So here it is on the cheeks. As you can tell, very gold. It's a strong color. So it only takes a little swipe and I'm going to be gold all day. So I'm just applying it first and then I'm going to take another brush to like maybe take it down if I feel like it's too strong. I'm taking it up on the forehead, kind of on this whole C-shaped temple area around here. And this brush that I'm using right now is just a brush that I received for my birthday one year from Mecca Cosmetica. If you don't know, Mecca Cosmetica, I believe it's in New Zealand as well, but it's in Australia. It's at least an Australian version of like Ulta Beauty, and that they have like a lot of products that Ulta seems to carry in America. I think they're in New Zealand as well. Don't quote me on that. I've never been to New Zealand. Yeah, that's what I imagine them to be. That's it on the cheeks, and it's a little bit too strong at the front here, so I'm just going to grab the brush that I used for powder and just remove some of the excess there. It's just taking it down a notch so it's more focused on the cheekbones. Definitely still a very like intense and glowy product. I'm going to grab this random eye brush. It doesn't have a lot of product on it, so it's not going to really deepen up the eyes, but I'm just going to take that same gold shade and just kind of press it all over the lid so it's like a wash of color. It's kind of like a halo all over the entire eye. I'm not being precise with this. I'm not just putting it in my mobile crease or anything. I'm literally just taking it and wiping it over the entire lid. Like a wash of shimmer. Just blending it all the way up and then doing a little bit on the brow bone there so it's a little bit more intense on the brow bone. But yeah, just like a very shimmery face in general. I was really feeling like a golden look today. And so golden look I will have. That is the eyes and face pretty much done. I will just grab a little bit of the Trophy Wife highlighter on my finger and drag it down the center of the nose just for a golden nose because I want that. Ooh, I should do inner corners. I almost forgot. I'm going to grab this kind of tighter brush. This is the E4 brush, again from Blinged Brushes, and I'm just going to pack this on my inner corners. And on the other side. It's kind of more intense on the inner corners. This is kind of more like a packing brush, so it gives a little bit more intensity. Sorry if you can hear the construction on the street. Oh, I wanted to avoid that. I didn't want the construction to get into the video. Oh well, that's that on that. Also, if you're wondering what the brush was that I used to sweep the color all over my eyes, this is the brush number 200 from Real Techniques. It's from their Bold Metals range. It's kind of flatter on one side. It is quite a fluffy brush, but it's a little bit denser and it's kind of packed like that, if that makes sense. Kind of a flatter pack. My sister sent me a picture. Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. It's just about, I had my hair done yesterday. Let's get into eyes, like as in eyeliner and eyebrows. I'm going to be using my favorite eyeliner. This is the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing Liner, and I'm just going to be doing a classic wing on both eyes like I always do. Well, I can hear my washing machine working hard right now. Got a load in there right now. It's finally sunny weather in Sydney, if you're wondering what the weather's been like for me, because I was complaining about the rain previously because it was like flooding everywhere. I am fortunate that I live in an area that didn't get impacted by those recent floods, but so many people had flooding issues recently. It was so bad. It's finally a sunny day though, so thank goodness. I'm going to do a lot of washing today, like as in doing the laundry, because I haven't done it in a bit. And it's a good day to do it because it's sunny. I love it when it's a sunny day and I can do all the laundry at once. I feel so good about it. Like at the end of the day, I'm like, everything's clean. I wash the couch cushions. I like clean the whole apartment. I don't know. It's like the best feeling. Love a good spring clean. I haven't been using this eyeliner for a while because I was using a ColourPop one. But I still like this one. Like I like them both. They kind of have slightly different shaped brush tips, which might surprise you because I always just talk about like, I love a brush tip applicator and don't really get into the details of the brush tip. The thing is with the ColourPop brush tip, it's kind of like a more rounded brush tip, whereas this is like an oval shaped brush tip, if that makes sense. So with the ColourPop one, the bristles come out of the pencil like this kind of a shape, like a circle. This one comes out like this, and so it gives you a flat edge. And it also gives you a sharper line on one of the sides. So maybe this one has like the edge in terms of shape of the design. But the ColourPop one's still really good. Like it's bulletproof. I've gone for kind of a smaller wing today. Just because I feel like it's easier to start with a smaller wing and make it bigger rather than start with a big wing and then like regret your life. Okay, and now I'm going to fill in the waterline / tight line area through the lashes. I'm so sorry if you can hear the construction. Let me know in the comments so that I can like, because I've been not filming when there's construction going on because obviously I don't want you guys to hear it. But if you can't even hear it anyway, then I'm able to just film anyway, because if you guys can't hear it, it's not a big deal. But let me know if you can't hear it, because if you can, then obviously I'll try and avoid doing this in future. Okay, that's eyeliner done. Let's do some lashes. I'm going to be using the Heroin Make Volume and Curl Advanced Film Mascara. I'm just going to wipe this through my lashes for a little bit of volume and a little bit of length. It's a really good mascara. Kind of a wetter formula, which is my mascara formula preference. I understand why people like a dry mascara, but it doesn't work as well for me. And also, a wet mascara ends up becoming dry anyway, so like all mascaras end up being dry in the end, at the end of their lives. So to me, I'd rather purchase a mascara that has the whole journey, that starts off wet, becomes dry later, rather than buy one that's already dry. And I also feel like dry mascaras don't last as long in your makeup collection, because if they start off dry and then they dry out even more, then you have just like a really, really crispy mascara. It's kind of harder to get around with. Oops, there we go. I've got a little bit on my eyes. I'm just going to go in with the brush. Flip it off. Perfect. Let's do some brows. So for brows, I'm going to be using the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit, and I wear the shade 3, and I'm just going to be drawing on, starting from the tail of the brow. You know, the other day I thought that I always did my right brow first, but it's not necessarily true. I kind of just do whatever. So yeah, I realized that about myself recently, is that there's not actually one brow that I always do first, or one eyeliner that I always do first, because just then I actually did the left brow first. Anyway, I'm just filling them in. I feel like in the middle of my brow here, there's like a little gap. And there's definitely gaps towards the front. There we go. What I'm going to do is just grab the spoolie end and just kind of do this. It just kind of softens the brow and blends it all together, and also helps the front look a little bit more ombre, which is what I'm going for. Removes kind of like any harsh lines that I left through the brow that look out of place. I'm going to pop on some brow gel. This is the Colourpop Boss Brow Gel in the shade Dark Brown. Just going to swipe this through my brows just to shape them, keep them in place all day. I'm not going to be stunting or anything today. I'm just like there to chat with people and like represent the cheer team, but I do like my brows to be in a position. I didn't always love a brow gel. Like there's a whole period of my life until about like 3 months ago, I want to say, that I didn't even use brow gel very frequently, but recently I've been on a huge brow gel kick. If you have a favorite brow gel, let me know in the comments down below. I also have the Gimme Brow kind of ones from Benefit, but I've been working through this Colourpop one first because I've had it in my collection for longer. I don't want it to look too bold, but I also don't want it to be too sheer at the front of the brows. I'm just kind of filling them in a little bit. Is that too bold? No, it's not, because I'm going to do a bold lip. So the lip that I'm going to do today is another Fenty Beauty classic. I feel like everyone knows this from Fenty Beauty because it's such a good formula. This is the Lip Stunner lip paint in the shade Uncensored. And this is one that I wear all the time. I love the packaging. It's like a stiletto, you know, it's so iconic and so different, you know. I'm just going to apply this straight to the lips from the applicator. As you can see, pigment hello. I always get it on my teeth. But once it dries down, it doesn't go on your teeth. It's more just like when it's like actually a liquid and it's wet and I'm applying it. Yeah, it's not like an issue once I've put it on and it's all set down. That's pretty good. That's about it for me, honestly. That's the lip done. It doesn't look too much with the brows now that the lip's on. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm in a rush, so I've got to go. But if you're wondering, my shirt is my team shirt from this year. It says AC Sport on the front, and then on the back it says Sydney Cheer, because obviously we're the Sydney locations cheer team. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You can subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. I'll probably be vlogging my day at market day today, and I'm going to be going to every single campus's location in Sydney's market day. So I'm going to be going Blacktown on today. Tomorrow I'm going to be going to North Sydney, and on Thursday I will be at Strathfield campus. So I'll be doing probably a vlog for all of them. Maybe I'll do like 3 separate vlogs. Maybe I'll make one really long vlog. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. You can follow ASU Cheers Sydney on Instagram if you want to see what we get up to as well. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.